If you live in New York, you've probably seen your gas bill go up recently. If you live in New York, you've probably also seen this, or this recently. The culprits? This guy and these guys. Right now, frackers inject toxic fluids into underground rock formations to release gas that is burned to heat our homes. But this system is dirty, dangerous, and disastrous for public health and the climate. Fracking fluids leak into our water supplies. Fracked gas pollutes the air we breathe, and burning fossil fuels like oil and gas releases greenhouse gas emissions that warm our planet and drive climate chaos. Our state leaders recognize that this system isn't working for us. In 2019, we passed the Climate Leadership and Community Protection Act, one of the strongest pieces of climate legislation in the country. The Climate Act requires the state to equitably move us away from oil and gas and to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions 40% by 2030 and 85% by 2050. We know we need to move away from oil and gas to protect our health, our climate, and to meet our Climate Act's goals. So why are our rising utility bills being used to expand the destructive gas system? Enter the New York Home Energy Affordable Transition Act. New York Heat for short. The New York Heat Act improves how we fund our energy system. It invests our bill payments in a cleaner and safer system, rather than making us pay for dirty gas. It also funds home weatherization and improvements to address our current and future energy needs. It protects the air we breathe, the water we drink, and is essential to meeting our climate goals. New York Heat ensures the future is one where we can thrive. How does it do that? New York Heat ends outdated practices that make us foot the bill for expanding the gas system. This includes things like the 100-foot rule, which forces all New Yorkers to pay for new gas connections. It also gets rid of a law requiring utilities to serve gas. They can instead invest in smarter alternatives, like clean, energy-efficient heat pumps and thermal energy networks that allow us to decarbonize entire neighborhoods at once. Okay, so we've gotten rid of the old stuff. How do we create something new? New York Heat has that covered. It requires the Public Service Commission, a government agency that oversees our utilities, to move us away from gas heating and towards renewable heating and cooling, all in time to meet the goals set out in our Climate Act. And you might be thinking, this sounds like a lot of change, and quick. Will this break my budget? No. And what about utility workers? Will their jobs be protected? Yes. New York Heat stops our bills from spiking to pay for the rising costs of gas. It also guarantees energy affordability for low and moderate income households by limiting utility bills to 6% of household income. It also creates high-skilled, well-paying union jobs building thermal energy networks, ensuring a just transition for pipe fitters. Okay, so you're sold. How can you help make this bill real? To help pass the New York Heat Act for cleaner heat and lower bills, go to the link below.